Welcome back to the Max Effort Kitchen podcast. We got a great segment for you. It's called The Athlete and the Chef. So sit back, relax, and let's go. All right, Max Effort Kitchen podcast. Cornell, it's been, I haven't been on Polo, so it feels like it's been forever, but it's really only been a couple days.
I think Josh is doing something. Donald is traveling back and forth to work. Damon is on vacation.
Yep.
And I'm competing again. So.
I don't have a good excuse. I was just like, lots of kids football and soccer and stuff like that. But like, it was like, I turned the notifications off one day and then I forgot to turn them back on and I pulled it up. But like this morning I was like, oh shit, I don't have notifications on. But for those of you out there that don't know what we're talking about, we communicate through a Polo. It's called Marco Polo. It's an app. I like it. It's a fun way to keep in touch rather than text. You can send messages, a list message. I don't want to make a commercial here, but anyways, it's how we talk and we talk every day on it. So like to me, I was like, oh shoot, I've gone too long without talking to my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like girls who talk all the time, every day.
You remember? Okay. I don't know if you did this and I really didn't do it too much, but like back in high school when you were like spending 2 hours on the phone with a friend or like a girlfriend, and you just can't do that anymore. And nobody wants to do that anymore. But I don't know. It's kind of reminiscent on those days when that's all you could do is that 2 hour block. And that was it.
Yeah. No, I remember those days.
Yeah. The rotary phone. Oh, boy. Okay. You know, you hear me talk about the season a lot. I'm started baking today. And I don't know what that is. It was 70 something degrees out. It was nice. Not a bad day. You can tell.
On your period?
Yeah. Yeah. If you were to ask my wife or in my family yesterday, they might agree with you and say yes to that.
That time of the year, not that time of the month.
Yeah. Right. I was
all emotional.
Dude.
You're like, I need that baked goods and those pumpkin spices.
Oh boy! The funny thing is that you might be actually telling the truth. I made some. I like to make chocolate chip cookies, and you know this about me. I have this weird fascination with the chocolate chip cookie and like how, you know, different ways and different techniques and all. There is the way that you see on the back of the package, and that is really the perfect way. Just stick with it. I'm really neurotic about it. But this time I did a 50-50 blend of butter and Crisco, and I'm a little unsure about it. I don't think I put enough flour in it. I will report back tomorrow when I actually bake off the whole batch. I am a stickler for you make the dough and you put it in the fridge type thing, and then you cook it off the next day. It's just what I learned. It's just how it works for me. But you got any fun tricks on the chocolate chip cookie?
Just the stupid cup at the end where you can make them perfect circles.
Yes, I like that. That's good.
It's stupid, but it looks better. And then if it looks better, they taste better.
Hey, you know what they say, Cornell, you with your eyes first, you know.
The other thing I really like is to add in not instead of chocolate chip, but like as a secondary maybe batch, you throw in some butterscotch chips in there, and that totally sets it off.
I like that. My family is very partial to me putting like oatmeal in there, like an oatmeal chocolate chip cookie. I also have ones that are called monster cookies where I put like, it's a chocolate chip cookie base recipe, and I put like Rice Krispies and a little bit of peanut butter and a little bit of M&Ms and chocolate chips and a little bit of coconut. And it's like this giant, you know, monster cookie. It has everything in it.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
It's incredible. Yeah, so cooking, been fun. I mean, nothing crazy on the other side of things. How about you? What you been doing?
I wanted pizza forever, and
Nice.
then we got pizza like at Worlds, and it was good, but my stomach was so small, it was like that tastes good for a piece, and then
Yeah, right.
so I made some pizza the other day that was really good. Just I didn't even ask what anybody wanted. I just made a pepperoni and then a pepperoni, and then I don't know if you're supposed to put the honey on first, like before you bake it, but I baked it with red peppers on top of it because I didn't have any hot honey.
Yeah.
And it was like the red peppers and the honey like caramelized in the oven. And it was better than I've had it when I do it after. So
okay. I like that. I mean, there's something that it's the honey and the pizza dough. Like that's the combo right there. And then you get the hot honey in there. I mean, I like to take chili flakes, like just basic, red pepper flakes.
I did.
And you submerge them in some oil. You bake them for like 20 minutes in that oil. And then you pull that out and it's like this smoky hot sauce, and then mix that with honey.
Nice.
And that stuff stays good forever. I mean, as long as the honey lasts. So there's your hot honey recipe if you ever want that. But I mean, what you did works perfectly fine too, because you get the same components.
I don't have anything to compare it to, but it was real greasy from the pepperoni. So we had the grease, we had the honey, and we had the chili peppers, and it was about
there it is
6-7 minutes at 600 degrees or so. I don't measure the temperature, but
yeah. Well, I think that's a good way to go. Okay, are you crazy about your pepperonis? Do you like certain pepperonis?
I like certain pepperonis over other pepperonis, but I don't mind buying pepperonis at Trader Joe's right next to the dough.
Right.
So
exactly.
I'm not going to be that anal about it, but I did buy some at Costco Business Center, and it was like a 5 or 8 pound thing of them, and those were all real good. I don't remember what they were, but they were a little thicker, and they weren't as big.
Yeah.
They weren't like the small ones.
Okay.
So
I like the small ones because they cup, and you get to hold all that grease in there. But like, with the company I work for, we do like a 3-inch diameter, which the nice thing about those is the spice level. Like the spice level is on point with those. It's a little less, or the little ones are a little less spicy, but more greasy. When it comes to that stuff, I'm so like, I like it all. I don't care. I think that the one thing that challenges me the most is the like no or uncured pepperoni. But I think there's a good way to still do that. It's just I'll probably pick the cured pepperoni over the uncured.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, so I don't know what it is.
It just means that when they're making the pepperoni, so pepperoni is called forced meat. It's in the forced meat category of culinary. And what all that means is you're just grinding all the spices and everything together, and you're forcing it into a tube. You put it in that tube, and then you dry it out or cure it. One of the spices in the pepperoni is we call it pink salt, but it's used a lot in like pickling. But what it does is it makes the natural reaction of curing meat faster. It increases it, and so it just makes it more of a consistent cured meat. And so that a lot of companies will use that. And that's all that is. A lot of people don't like those nitrates, which is basically the pink salt. They don't like the nitrates in there. There was one time when they said nitrates give you cancer. I mean, this tea gives me cancer. Being on the internet gives me cancer. So I don't mess around with any of that kind of crap. But at the same point, it's all, it's just a salt factor to me, because that's all it is. It's like a pink curing salt.
Got it.
Yeah.
I thought the beet nitrates give you boners.
Oh, that they do. Tested and approved.
Maybe I'm at that age on Instagram where that's all my feeds are, the sponsored feeds.
Yeah, it's funny. I keep on getting these advertisements for libido and like boner pills, and I'm like, what is going on? You guys profiling me here? um, yeah. Anyways, so Cornell, you competed yesterday. I knew that you were going to do it. I knew it was going to be a game time decision. I did see the live thing pop up on my phone. I didn't actually get to the point of actually pulling it up, but then you text me afterwards and I saw some videos. You did great. Let's talk about that. Like 2 weeks after Worlds, you have what you did at Worlds, and then you go and you compete, and you pretty darn good, if you ask me. Maybe not your redemption meet that you want, but like, go ahead and talk about that.
Sure. No, I'm kind of looking at the world competition as that was a world participation.
Yeah.
And I talked about it with actually one of my friends yesterday, who's a coach from up in LA. And I was like, I participated, but me participating is a little bit different than a lot of other people participating, because if I'm going out there and hitting 75 to 80%, that's a lot bigger number than a lot of the other guys who've been lifting for maybe 2 years.
Yeah.
And the qualifying total was like 210. So them hitting like a 250 is like halfway decent.
Yeah.
Like for a lot of these guys. And for me, like, I'm capable of a lot more than that. So I was like, I was able to hit a big snatch, and then I just literally I should have scratched, but I was like, I'm too far ahead of third place I'm just going to go participate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yesterday. So then I was still all jacked up for about a week. And then the following Friday, that's where I started to feel good. And I hit like 100 kilos in the snatch. And actually Friday, was it Friday or Monday? One of the days I hit 81 kilos in the snatch and the clean jerk. And I was like, I've never hit this before.
Wow.
And they're like, you've never hit this? I'm like, no, I've literally never loaded this. Why would I load 81 kilos?
81 kilos. Yeah, that's a weird one. How did that get on the bar?
Well, I was going to load 80. I'm like, well, I've never done 81 before. So let's do
it.
This.
I like that.
I made it. I made them all.
Nice. That's good. That's good.
And then I think on Saturday I hit like 120, and I think I went 120 and 112 or something. I guess that's more than I clean jerked. I didn't care.
Yeah.
I was like, I know how to clean jerk.
Right.
But it's more like, if I can snatch a decent number, I know I can normally knock out a clean jerk that's bigger.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, all right, I guess I'll give them the okay that I'll do this meet. So then Monday, I don't remember what I hit. Not much. Again, just hit a couple of lifts, just going through the motions of like remembering how to do it. Mm-hmm. And then Wednesday, same thing. Friday, even lighter. And then Saturday, I was like, all right. I woke up. I'm like, I don't feel terrible. And one of the things that was actually pretty cool is they flip-flopped the men's and the women's. It's always the women who goes first. So they flip-flopped it and had the men go first. And so I was in the second session. So the first one started at 9 and the second one was at 10:30, because they were all like 8-person sessions, which is really nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
And when I hadn't touched a bar that whole day. I didn't need to help with anything. I just kind of showed up. I weighed in. I weighed like 97 wearing clothes and holding my singlet. I'm like, I'm way under 110. Do you care? Like, no, it's fine. So I had shorts on, underwear, socks. I think I took my shirt off. And I was holding my singlet, and I weighed like 97.7 ish. So I was probably like high 96s. Could have made 94, but I'm like, there's literally no reason to do that. And then when I went over to go pick up the bar, I picked it up, and it was that kind of like when King Arthur pulls the sword from the stone, when you grab that bar and you're like, this is not a 15-kilo bar.
Yes, I know what you're
And I was like, I have some hope right now.
Yeah.
So just started warming up. Everything felt good, and ended up opening it, I think 28-35, missed 43. And everyone's like, where are you going to 43? I'm like, oh, it's technically the world record. Like 42 is the world record. So it'd be kind of cool to hit that and go for it. And didn't make that one. Not that big of a deal. It looked close, but it wasn't that close.
Right.
And then I decided I wanted to try to out total the person who won at Worlds 2 weeks ago. So I was like, all right, I have to hit 56 because he hit 35.55.
Right.
So I opened at 50, jumped to 56, and then went to 60 and made them all. So
Nice.
overall, very happy with how it all went. 295 total. That's nothing to be ashamed of.
No, never anything to be ashamed of. That and see that right there is, like I said, it's you know, maybe not your redemption, right? But it's it probably boosted a little bit of confidence, made you feel like, hey, my body is not actually falling apart.
Yeah.
But like, talk me through like the here's a part that I know how I would approach this, but I want to hear how you did too. Is those you kind of just talked about it, but like those 2 weeks in between, you're not doing real programming. I guess you're not really like trying to peak in those 2 weeks. You're already peaked. You're just maintaining.
Yeah, I mean, I did start a new program, so
Okay.
I paid for a year of AI. So that's more how I program for myself.
Nice.
Meaning, I have the AI programming, but I tell it what I want it to do.
Right.
And I let that kind of give me a like, hey, here's what you're going to do for the day. Here's your rep scheme. Here's your intensity. But if I see something, I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
And then I'll move on. And then if I don't feel good, then I can just swap it out for something else. And like, I probably use it for, I'm doing, it's like a very loose guide. It's just saying go west. And then I'm like, all right, here's the way I'm going to go.
I like that.
So, but one of the cool parts with it is there's Big Friday mode, and it doesn't have to be on Friday. So I created the program on Monday, and it gave me a program. And then I went over to the settings. I switched on Big Friday mode, set it for Saturday, just because this was going to be like, I'm going to go heavy on Saturday. And I was really impressed because it changed every single day, and it set me up for a Big Friday or Saturday.
Nice.
So that was pretty cool to see how that went. And the other part with how much I weighed is I had a pretty big breakfast, and I probably had a half gallon of water. I know I peed too, but and I had 2 coffees. So I could have easily weighed like the 94, but I was like, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, it's a local meet, right?
Yeah.
I like that. So we use for the programming, I'm trying to remember what the name of the app is. Coach Logic, which is also done by Max for AI. He makes that for teams, and it kind of works similar from what Joe was telling me, where he basically has his athlete. He tells it, you know, I want this athlete to, you know, do these movements, and we're on this week of the cycle, and it just pops out a week program. And based off the movements, which it sounds like it's kind of the way you do it. I also do my programming, or not do my programming, but approach my programming the same way. It was like, if it ain't working that day, I ain't moving it. Like there's days where he has, it's like front squat plus double split jerk. Some days I just don't have that.
Yeah.
And that's okay. And I move past it. And I will say, okay, so coming off of Worlds for myself, it's been interesting. I took a full week off of touching a barbell. You know, I was like, oh, you know what? I'll go do some cardio and stuff. Yeah, I didn't do any of that. So that was good. Came back the next week and everything was moving fairly well. I've stuck at kind of like 78 to 85% in everything I'm doing. And that's at my top. I'm doing lots of reps at the lowers. You know, I'm like, you know, 5, 6, 7 reps at 50 kilos, you know, every time I jump on the platform. And I find that I'm moving pretty well. And Damon asked me today, he was texting me about some pizza stuff. And he was like, how's your body feeling 2 weeks out? And I was like, feels great. But I'm like, I'm not going in. I'm not doing much. Yeah. But it's like, I noticed it today because I had to move my Saturday session to Sunday. And so I did my Sunday session today, and I got about halfway through it. And I was like, you know, my body's not, it's just, you know how it is when you go out on a Sunday. I don't know. You go out to your garage. You're like, I don't really want to be out here, but I want to get this day. I want to mark this box off and get this day in. And I got about halfway through and I'm like, I'm going to save what I got until tomorrow. I'm going to just pack everything up, go upstairs, hang out with family. And I wasn't upset about it. I kind of like that. And that's what I meant when we were talking pre-show a little bit, where I was like, yeah, I'm just having fun because since I started really prepping for nationals in January, it's been nationals, local meet, worlds, and it's been pretty intense. I come out of worlds and I'm like, you know what? I don't know if I should be going harder or even carrying right now, but I'm still getting out there, everybody. Don't get me wrong. I'm still putting in my work and my squats are feeling the best they've ever felt lately. Nice. I like that. That makes you feel strong, right? I'm trying to say this in a most understandable way. I don't care right now. Like, and that's wow. What
you mean you're not in the mindset that we're like 342 days away from Greece? People who say that stuff, I'm like, you got to get over yourself, dude.
Dude, no way. You're gonna listen. It's just like anything else in life. You're gonna burn out, and you're putting that much pressure on you to count down that many days. Like, first of all, I know my body, and if I have a block longer than 6 weeks, I'm probably getting hurt. We just know that. I know that about me. I'll probably do a little local meet in December, but it's just going to be a train through type situation, and it'll be fun. And I encourage people who listen to this and lift and compete at any level, really, to. This is my opinion, but to take what I like to call as an off season. And an off season is where you still lift, you're still working on technique, you're still doing, but you're not worried about, I got to hit 95, I got to hit 100 kilos, I got to hit, 105 today. Don't worry about it. Stay lower, hit reps, like have fun, do a big Friday or a big Saturday, when you want to.
Do blocks.
Yes. Joe has me doing or programming. I don't know if I'm doing them, but walking barbell lunges.
Yeah, don't do those.
No, I'm not. Trust me. Yeah. So it's just like, it's that idea that I love the sport and I don't ever think that I'm going to not love the sport, but I like longevity. And we've talked about this a ton. Longevity, man, in this sport, it means you got to give yourself a break. And this is my time of year. So I'm going to eat a lot of food. I'm going to bake some baked goods and I'm going to just lift some basic weights. There's my day.
Yeah, it's the same type of a thing where it's like, I love ice cream. If you told me I had to have ice cream 3 meals a day, 7 days a week, I wouldn't want ice cream anymore. Sometimes I want to take a little bit of break from ice cream.
Hell yeah. That's a great analogy too. You just got to do it. I mean,
if you don't, it will do it to you. If you don't take that break off, and if you don't stop pushing for a little while, you're going to get hurt, and then you're going to have to take it off.
Then you're going to have to. And I know that you know this just as well as I know this, and probably a lot of people know this, that it's the worst when you are forced to stop lifting rather than making that choice. And what I mean by that is like when you get hurt, you cannot lift. And that's when you go down all the spirals and everything about poor me, right? But if you don't take time, you're going to get hurt and then you're going to have to stop. So exactly what Cornell just said. So I don't know. That's kind of my rant for a little bit because I've gone through different iterations. You've gone through all the different levels and iterations of lifting, and it's a really nice feeling to be able to walk away from a session and be like, you know what, I'm going to be out here tomorrow. It's not a big deal. So,
yeah,
just good feeling.
What you were saying, how you kind of just cut it early.
Yep.
How many sessions have you had before that since Worlds?
1, 2, 3, about 12. No, so 3, and then for 7.
You've lifted 7 times since Worlds.
Yeah.
Holy crap, you lift a lot.
Hold on. The last week was 4. Well, let's say 3.5 because of today, and then the week before that was 4. So yeah.
Okay. So
yeah,
I thought you took a week off.
I did. What day? What's the date today? I could be totally off, dude.
You competed 2.5 weeks ago.
Okay, so then let's be real. Holy shit.
I don't know how your week worked. Was it Monday through Saturday was your week off, or was it Wednesday to Wednesday?
No, it was Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday to Monday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday I got out there.
Week, you took like a half a week off.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't do anything from like Thursday till the following Friday.
Oh wow, that must have been awesome.
I mean, I did a 50 kilos, but that was about it.
Yeah.
On Wednesday, I'm like, nope, it's not there today. And then I think on Friday I hit 90 kilos.
Yeah, so, that's cool.
But normally that first session back is like the one where it's like, I don't want to do this because it's like it's gonna be terrible, but it's like, do I want it to be terrible today or Wednesday or Friday? Whenever I just have to get that terrible session out of the way, and then it'll start coming back, and then it'll feel better. So
yeah, I couldn't agree with that more, because it's like everything is dormant, and you're like, I got to wake everything up again. And that, at least that's how it feels in my body. I did, on that whatever half week or whatever, however much time I took off, like there was, each day was a different level of pain versus not pain. And boy, I didn't realize, you never realize how much you're going to hurt afterwards. And as many times as I've competed, like, the summer meet I did, it didn't really hurt that bad afterwards. The nationals was like, well, okay, it wasn't that big a deal, but this one was a lot different. And I had, like, the day 3 of taking off, I had a whole body of pain. It was like, this is stupid.
I don't think I'm going to, tomorrow I'll do some light stuff, but I kind of feel like there's a lot of probably hormonal things going on too, where this one really didn't mean much. Yeah. And it was like, I was more just going to kind of come out and see what I could do and hopefully alternate with my buddy Colt and just be able to buy him some time in between lifts. And then he was like, I don't need time. I'm used to following myself. I'm like, okay, well, I already signed up. So,
well, I'm giving you time.
And I think it worked out well. We actually totaled the same, but he snatched more than me, so he technically won, even though we were technically also in barely different weight classes. He was a real light 94, and I was extremely light 110. I think he was like 92, and I was like the 10 or 97. And he went 140, 155, and then I went the 35, 60. So.
Nice.
But I think all he was trying to do is get a qualifying total in for like AO1 or something like that.
Okay.
So it wasn't like he needed to do something big. And I mean, he didn't have a great meet. I think the heaviest he's snatched in since he's been back is 144. I hit that 43 and a half. And then I was like, well, you might as well hit 44 for the win. And he kind of laughed at that. And then I've seen him with my eyes clean and jerk like 170, 175 and clean 180.
Wow.
And he's been back in this like 3.5, 4 months. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Jeez.
So,
I can't wait to see what he's doing in like a year, dude.
Me too.
Geez. That'll be in. And how old is he?
I don't know if he's 30.
Okay.
So he might be 30, but he doesn't really even know anything about masters weightlifting. So he's far enough away from that he's not thinking about it.
Oh, I see. Yeah. It's funny because masters weightlifting came up the other day. What's a I guess weightlifting person. So when I was out there, in Vegas, I bought family some shirts or got Jackson a hoodie, and his principal was like, "So you're a world champ, huh?" And he goes, "No, my dad is." And he told him, what I did, and he goes, "What?" And I go, "Jack, you got to remember to say masters in front of that," because he goes, "My dad took third at Worlds." I was like, remember masters.
Yeah, no, we have to keep our egos in check, and I hate it when I think we talked about it last week that person that I found online that said that they were the represented, chosen by Team USA in the Masters division.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I nobody really understands it, so I'm not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal, but I'm not out there like saying, I took third at Worlds. I'm took third at Masters. I'm old guy lifting is what I say. But hey, it's still fun. So, okay, so you competed. You're probably not going to lift for a second. What's kind of the next 6 weeks look for you? Just kind of having fun.
I don't know.
I like that.
I'm going out to Tennessee in November. My son's birthday is coming up.
That's right.
The desert is starting to cool down, which more means I'm going to go shoot stuff, not like go off-roading.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Part of me is just in that, like, maybe we do some more blocks. Maybe we do some of this. Maybe we do some of that.
Yeah.
I know there's a couple competitions coming up that I don't plan on doing, so maybe I'll go hang out at those. I did like spice up the shoes a little bit in the past week and a half, and I was like, "Oh, let me try these on again. Let me try these on again." And then I just went back to the black ones. I was like, I think the red ones are bad luck now. My red Nikes. So I'm like, I'm not wearing those again.
Burn those things. No, never. But and those are the ROM 2s, right?
Yep.
Okay. Shoes, man, I have a problem, and I know you know all about the problem. I've already started looking at getting Lose, and I'm like, do I need these? I don't need these. I got a locker like full of shoes. And then my wife doesn't help because she's like, well, you just like to collect them. You should get them. And I'm like, no, you're not helping me here.
So check eBay, check all those places. They're becoming more popular used. And then I would also recommend if there's anyone at like team practice or anything that you're at, like if you can try them on.
Yeah.
Even if it's a half size big or half size small, so you just get your foot into them.
Don't they run a little small? You have to size up, right?
I didn't. I wear the same size as my ROM 2s.
Okay.
When I put them on, I've explained it to people. It feels more like an Adidas, like the way that your toe is held, but the slope is more like a ROM 2. And they're made in the factory that the ROM 2s were made.
Oh.
But when I did put those back on, I could definitely feel my toes a little bit more scrunched up than the ROM 2s. So I've put on, I'm a 9. I put on the 9s. I've also tried on my buddy's 9.5s, and they fit dang near the same.
Okay.
So one of the things that I heard, and I don't know if this is true, that they just have a different insole that's a little bit looser. Like it's like one of the 9 is a bigger insole.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's true or not, but
when I first started, I don't know. I don't want to say started lifting, but the first pair of shoes I got were the maroon and gold ROM 2s. And the guy that gave them to me was like, hey, here's the insoles. He's like, I swear by not wearing insoles in these things. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't wear insoles? He goes, I just take them out. And I'm like, okay. So I lifted in them like that. And I didn't know. I mean, I lift with insoles now, but I don't know. Was that like, did that used to be a thing? Was that like people take their soles out?
Well, I think it was Nike had a competition sole and a training sole, and one of them was squishier and one of them was harder.
Okay.
But it's like you should never go with the squishy one because like you don't want to get squished down, and they're like,
That
oh, it's
doesn't
more
make-
comfortable. It's like I'm not walking around in these 8 hours a day.
No. You said Costco. I'm sorry, my brain just went off to Costco right there. You said Costco Business Center the other day or earlier, and I would like to just make an announcement. They have $5.99 pumpkin pies out right now. And they're like 20, there's the size of your 20-inch wheels. So go out there and get one of those. Both Alana and I sat there and stared at it. We're like, should we get one? And we didn't get one, but like, oh boy, I cannot wait for the pumpkin pie.
One thing that I'll also say, what's that energy drink company, like Awa or something like that?
Alani?
Yeah. Don't get the pumpkin one.
I've heard it's horrible, dude.
Oh. So I gave it the best review of everyone at the gym who tried it, because we just all passed it around, and now we all have herpes.
Yeah. And that's how we all got herpes.
No, to me, you know how sometimes you'll like try something and you're like, you take a sip, you're like, that's not bad. And then you take a second sip, you're like, it's getting worse. And the third one, you're like, that's disgusting. So that's kind of how it was.
Okay.
But it tasted like it was supposed to be a hot tea in the morning. Like it's got cloves in it, and it has this after flavor. And I gave it the best review because I'm like, I said at most I would buy one a year just to get into the mood, but I would never buy the rest of them. And like back when I used to drink beer, like, like, oh, the Christmas blend came out. You get like a 24 pack, and it's like 4 6-packs, and you try one of each. And you're like, these are disgusting, and then you don't get rid of them till the next Christmas, or you might even have them for like 3 Christmases. You're trying to pass them out.
Yep. Oh yeah, the Jubal Ale. I remember the Jubal Ale. Oh, Jubal Ale around here. There's a brewery that does this like one-off like pumpkin beer, and you're like, everybody goes crazy over it. And to me, I'm like, it's kind of gross. I mean, I don't drink anymore anyways, but like
there was a Sam Adams Costco pack, I remember. And there was like a cranberry butthole, and it was so bad.
Oh boy.
So,
boy. Yeah. You know what I've seen a lot of lately, and I don't know if because I was talking about it with somebody, but so the pre-workout I take is called Bucked Up, like Bucked. And
it used to be a banned substance.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They had like the deer antler stuff in it. And,
Okay. The deer antler is on it for sure. Well, anyways, they came out with a product that is a energy and protein drink, but it's a clear protein. Have you seen these before?
Yeah.
My wife
loves the clear protein.
Okay.
Like there was a long spell where if I got some, she'd probably start taking it again.
Okay.
There was one that Costco had for a little while, and then we started ordering on Amazon. It was a lemonade protein.
Wow.
So I don't know what they do different. I mean,
I don't know how it works, but
saying it's healthy. It's
it's protein, right? My wife likes clear protein too. Oh, sorry.
Your kids watch this.
I know. They don't know what I mean, hopefully.
So there's a strawberry one and then a lemonade one that were both available. And it was about $1.25 a serving, and it really wasn't bad.
Nice.
But it's one of those things where, because it's not like a milk base, it like she could put it in a shaker with ice and then take 3-4 hours to drink it.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, especially like a lemonade, right? That seems like a no-brainer. Anyways, I'm going to order a pack of these and see what they're all about. Maybe I'll bring one on here and show you guys. But I think it's like a 24 pack is like $24.99. That's what I saw. So, anyways, we're about at 40 minutes. I am going to Cornell. Did not say this to you yet, so this is the first time you hear it. But next weekend, I'm going to be at the WSO, the PNW WSO. I'm broadcasting the whole thing on here, so everybody can watch it, people or whatever. So we won't be podcasting next Sunday, but I'll be on here. I'm gonna make it on this channel here. So if like you get bored and you just want to like pop on, it might be kind of funny, but you don't feel like you have to. But like, yeah, it'll be open for you to pop on if you want to. But anyways, anybody out there that has people lifting at the Pacific Northwest WSO, like it'll be broadcasted live on here. It's like 2 12-hour days. It's something I do for Joe just to be a part of it. And it went pretty well last year. I've upgraded some of my equipment, so it's going to go even better this year. Joe's doing all kinds of cool things at it. He's got he's like, you know how at national meets, they have the board behind the lifter, like projected. He's doing that whole thing on each individual platform. He's really excited about that. He's like, I'm gonna have like lifting graphics and stuff. And I'm like, oh wow. All right. It should be cool though. It'll be fun. It's a nice venue. It's not too far away. It's about 35 minutes away from the house. So
no, that's great.
Yeah. So tune in if you got anybody listening that listens to this or whatever. It'll be free event. I'm not charging anything. I don't know why I would. Yeah. So
next Sunday, I'm starting my new podcast. No, kidding.
Go listen to Cornell. Yeah, no. That would be great. I just heard it's on a little bit of a delay between here and in my family room. And every time I hear my daughter laughing at something you're saying. So that's great. I love it. As long as they're not listening to me. All right, dude. Well, 41 minutes. I think that's all I got. You got anything else?
No. I know that this is like 99.9% not happening, but yeah. I'm putting in like plane tickets to see how much it would be to fly up there.
Hey, there we go. Hell yeah, dude. You have more than one places to stay, but you definitely could stay with us. We would love to have you.
Cool.
Awesome, dude. Everybody, thanks for listening. Cornell, thanks for being here, and we'll talk to y'all later. Adios.
Bye.